Most of us have taken a mental health day over the years, but this week I decided to create a different sort of day, a fiscal health day, to cross as many things as possible off my list of personal finance things to do.
Money is tight, but there's no doubt about it.
So here's what happened.
I can't afford to have my
Everyone has a weakness when it comes to their personal finance paperwork, and ours happens to be health insurance. As much as I like healthcare flexible spending accounts to pay for things that health insurance doesn't cover, there is a fair bit of paperwork that comes with it. If you're keeping track of all of your receipts, eventually by the time the middle of the year rolls around, you have a big stack of stuff and you're not sure if you've been reimbursed for it automatically or if you need to submit it. And so you need to take the time to go through every single one of these things, send it off into the ether and hope that a bunch of money comes back to you. So this too is a 30 to 60 minute task, just getting it done and getting it off and finding the envelopes and the stamps. It's not something you can necessarily do during the workday when all of your colleagues are listening over the cubicle walls.
standing cool as a tall drink, but as poor as a church mouse. It seems these days you gotta be a star just to get by.
Lawyers, trust estates and wills.
Every family should have a will, and ours, embarrassingly, does not. We finally got around to finding a lawyer who could help us get this done.
Hi, this is Ron Lieber calling. My wife and I are trying to get our wills done about 3.5 years after we should have.
Merrill Lynch offers a great set of forms free on the web that serve as a sort of here's where to find all of my financial account stuff if I die unexpectedly guide to those you leave behind. I finally filled out the forms on Fiscal Health Day and let my family know where to find them. This would save them weeks of detective work going through all of our file cabinets trying to piece all of this information together themselves. Automate, automate, automate. We set our paychecks up for auto deposit and often save automatically into retirement accounts at work. Many of us pay our bills this way too. Well, on Fiscal Health Day, I finally got around to signing up to give money away regularly to nonprofits that we believe in. I used a service called Network for Good. I also set our various museum memberships to automatically re-up each year.
Oh, money is tight.
You have a whole bunch of frequent flyer programs, you have a whole bunch of hotel loyalty programs. The problem is that you have to take the time to find every single one of these things and write down the number and write down the username and write down the password and then put them in a single piece of software that will track it all for you automatically without you having to collect or gather any cards anymore. The best part about having all of this kind of sorted in one place is that when it comes time to take a trip, you know where you have freebies ready, and so you end up using the stuff more quickly. Most of us have at least one gift card sitting around, partially used or never redeemed at all. Why let iTunes or the department store continue to earn interest on money that's yours to spend?
$68.63, that'll buy like half of a men's dress shirt.
So I went off to satisfy my Jones for colorful socks. Herein lies the danger of Fiscal Health Day, especially at a higher-priced emporium like Barney's. If you spend less than the full amount on your card, you feel like a rube. The store has gotten the better of you and kept some of your money. But to spend all of the money on the card, you probably have to spend a bit more than what's on it, which means the store has gotten the better of you. Indeed, I spent an extra $12 or so in order to afford just 2 pairs of fancy socks at Barney's. But they sure look pretty. Now, you may not be able to spend 8 straight hours on Fiscal Health Day activities just because you have to work. But if you can spend an hour a day over the course of a week, say, you will have accomplished an awful lot. I'm Ron Lieber, the Your Money columnist for the New York Times.